Namaste. Hey, you know my business, bitch. I'm here to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. And if you don't want to hear it, baby, this ain't the channel for you. Backspace delete. Do what you got to do. We're gonna get right into these messages. And yeah, just go from there. I need to charge my other phone so I can do those downloads because they're just adding up and adding up and adding up. And at some point, it's gonna be too many downloads. I mean, not too many downloads to do, but I just want to get the list down at least. Hmm. My Egyptian bag. I haven't used this in a while. I ain't used my Egyptian deck in a minute, collective. So let's see. Where's the collective family at? 111. Intuition. Somebody need to listen to their intuition, or somebody's been toning into their intuition more. Okay. 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 Period. Somebody here has been focusing more on their passion and just letting their craft grow or putting in the energy to make their craft grow more and more and more. Somebody here is getting some type of renewal in their passion as well, where it's gonna start being more fruitful because of the seeds that you've been planting into it. And somebody here also been doing a lot of work behind the scenes of darkness or exposure to things that they still needed to heal and healing those things instead of putting it on the back burner. So take that how to resonate. But I am saying here, whatever somebody is passionate about, it's going to become more fruitful. Somebody's very a fruitful energy as is. So it's going through some type of renewal, or you could have thought something was like a dead mission, like it just ain't really producing no fruit, but 222. Realistically, it is. Mhm. I'm gonna push my deck because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, somebody getting some stability from some type of passion they've been working on. This, hi, good night, hi. And somebody here is gonna be exploring, or somebody's been called to travel. They want to travel. This could also be exploring new things, exploring new plans. Just take it how it resonates. It's this exploration energy. Somebody is tapping more deeper into their roots too. Like, where do I come from? Type of energy. Yeah, but they came out sideways. So somebody's getting more intelligence in the darkness. Right, how's your day going? It's spectacular. How's yours? Hey, I'm from Chicago. Where are you from? Where are you watching from? So, I mean, it's just this energy because I mean, this came out like this realistically. It fell sideways. Somebody's getting their intelligence up about darkness or what they perceive as darkness, or the darkness that they put themselves in, the darkness that they were in, or the darkness of their environment around them. Cali, hi all the way to Cali. Hi all the way to Canada. Thank you for being here. I love that. So it's just this energy of where there's acknowledgement, then intelligence can grow thereof. But if there's no type of acknowledgement, and you're not going to really learn your lessons. And if you avoid accountability or lack accountability, you're not going to see where you fall short at either. Love you. It's all love. It's all love. So that's what this is. Thank you. I love that. And then it's like the more exposure that's being dropped on. Okay, imagine being in darkness and you're pulling yourself up out of a dark state or a dark place, and you start to see the people that resent you. So you start cutting their ass off because this came up in reverse. It's this energy of it. If it ain't genuine, I don't need that shit around me. If you resent me, I don't need you around me. Period. I love it. I really do. I love this. This is making somebody a genius and prospering more. So it's just this energy of imagine if you got blessed with people that really presented you around you. Imagine what instincts they'll go to take your blessings or to see you crumble, to see you fall. Because when people resent you, they feel like they try to show up as you, be you, and they feel like the blessings that's bestowed upon in your life should be theirs. Like, why them? Why not me? I can be them better than they can be their self. It's this type of energy. I can copy this person. I just gotta switch it up a little bit. But somebody's like, nah, I see through you, bitch. I'ma just go on about my business, you go about yours. And then it's like the blessings is hitting different. But imagine a person around you and you're being blessed and they feel like that should be me. That should be my blessings. Why that bitch gotta get blessed? Why that dude gotta get blessed? Like, damn, you don't want me to win in life? Thank you. Hi, how are you? So somebody here has been just dropping snakes, dropping people that resent them. And this is a part of your protection. So the exposure is your protection. Damn, I finally found you, the woman of my dreams. Oh, hi. Yeah, and somebody's just preserving through it. So at the end of the day, I think it's not think. It's just this energy of having people around you and they resent you and you just start cutting motherfuckers off or you get a nudge to cut somebody off. It's this type of energy. How you trying to be me? You can't be me properly. And then mad that you're not reaping the blessings that are destined for me. What? And it's just making somebody more genius. And this is a part of somebody's protection. So the exposure is your protection. So then spirit, like, I'm gonna see how you move from here. I'm well. You love. I'm wonderful. And somebody's very resourceful. Or you know what this could be too? Somebody could, you better speak it. Somebody could resent how resourceful a person is. Like all else fails, I could have less than you, but I got a resource for everything. And if I can't figure it out, best believe I'm gonna find a resource to figure this shit out. Like I'm not gonna be a damsel in distress. No, I'm gonna figure that shit out one way or another. Or this could be a matter of resources a person has already. And somebody was confirmation. Somebody was resenting a person because of how resourceful they are. How you figured out how you barely got it, but you figuring that shit out. You pulling some straws to make some shit shake. A lot of people that lack resources or they lack that drive to figure it out, lack the drive to do the simple fucking research, who can become envious of the person that naturally does it. Imagine a person that know how to coupon, or somebody could coupon, want a coupon, or get into that, and somebody could be really good at couponing and they save a lot of fucking money. But imagine a person that coupon and yeah, granted, it could be a long line behind you, but you making sure you get all your coupons out. Like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm gonna save as much money as I can. The people in the back really, they feel some type of way because they're seeing, damn, look at how the fuck you got a cart full of $1,000 within for groceries and toiletries, and you walked out spending $30. You walked out spending 30 cents. And they got a shitty ass attitude. Hey, you mad at me? I want to say my coin and I'm serious about my coin. You either got it or you don't got it. Yeah, it's just something naturally. And it can create resentment with the people in the back and they start complaining and nagging and bitch, how about you ask for tips? Uh, And whoever here know how to coupon, teach me something because I don't know how to coupon. But it's this type of energy where somebody naturally got it or naturally what you believe in put resources in your life to bring about what you've been praying for, what you've been lacking or needing. And somebody hates that somebody is so resourceful and shit just work out for you naturally. How you mad at me is working out for me? How you mad at me? I'm so fucking protected that you can't have your envy, your resentment towards me. How you mad at me? Resource up, ho. You're speaking very spiritual. It's a spiritual fact. I'm telling you. Yeah, somebody you completed some type of cycle, or you actually leaving this behind is bringing you more completeness. Like you'll see how much of a burden it is to have somebody around you that really resents you, really don't like you, and how much burden they bring into your life. Order and peace. It's bringing somebody peace to leave shit behind. Like, okay, I caught the shade. I caught the vibe. I'm gonna go about my business. You go about yours. Because that's dangerous to have somebody. Look at this card, y'all. That is so dangerous to have somebody under you and they resent you. Because I mean, jealousy and envy is more dangerous. You could be jealous of me from afar. You ain't gonna really do shit to me. You just gonna sit back, send a bunch of evil, I send a bunch of hate, projections. Okay, cool. You just a mad bitch. It is what it is. But if you envious of me and you under me, I don't know what extinct you'll go to try to take me out, to try to be me. It's this type of energy. Like you ever see news articles where a person best friend knocked them off, or it's a lover situation and one lover's real jealous and fatally attracted and they knock off the new lover. Like it's this type of energy, or the old lover taking her resident, or a friend really was envious of this friend and they hate how they make money, and they hate they can't make money the same way that person make money, or they hate that they can make it out of any situation and got a resource for anything, but they can't. And no matter if I try to give you the resource, it's on you to take the shit. I could give you the tools, but it don't mean you're gonna take it. And even if I'm giving you the tools, don't mean you're gonna do it the same way because you're not me. It's like you can't quote the Bible if you don't know the Bible. Yeah, like how you mad at me? I run a strict program over here. If I hold myself to a certain standard and I'm putting discipline in my own life and order in my own life in order to gain peace, what makes you think I'm not gonna hold you to that same standard? Huh? This type of energy. Enlightenment. Somebody here, you were enlightened of somebody that was resentful around you recently. And you cut their ass clean the fuck off. It is what it is. I ain't mad at you. Somebody like Tupac, I ain't mad at you. Or somebody, this is what's going, somebody's going through an enlightenment about in the now. Skill. How you mad at me? I'm skillful than a bitch. Somebody here, right? Somebody gonna do the right thing, or somebody walks this path of righteousness, right? But realistically, this is somebody's justice is to cut somebody out their life, right? Or somebody's motive or their hand to be exposed. So then you can cut them out your life. Because had this hand not been exposed, you would have never left this person alone. You would have still been giving them the benefit of doubt, ignoring your intuition. So I'm saying you can't quote a person if you don't know the person, period, point blank. Yeah, it's tricky because you could learn from a person, you can learn the quotes from a person. But if I feel like where quotes are misused, if you using a quote you don't even live by, that's one thing. Like, yeah, you could broaden somebody's point of view and perspective, right? But don't go around using my quotes in rooms that I'm not in, or using what I stand for if you don't even stand for that. You remember me? I do. Hi, how have you been? So this is somebody's very skillful, or somebody's multi-talented. Somebody can do things with their hands, somebody could be really good with their fucking hands. Like somebody could do hair, somebody could do maintenance, somebody could be a really good painter, somebody is just very talented, and somebody's mad because your talents is bringing a lot of resources into your life. Meanwhile, somebody feel like they're not really talented, so they try to copy another person's talent and mimic another person's talent, so then they can come out as this talented person that's multi-talented. Even if you copy one of my talents, you can't copy all of them because I'm me. That's what makes me me. But instead of figuring out what your talents are, what you're really good at, you copy and paste everybody that you see. It's this type of energy. As some spirit say, now this one, right idea, wrong person. Yeah, somebody's persevering. Truth and fairness. The truth coming out is what's bringing real fairness and balance to the situation. Well, I just realized that your name is spiritual, and I just said you're speaking spiritual facts. Your name has a meaning behind it. Thank you. It's been a while. I got a new job in a new city. You moved. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I love to see my collective elevating. Only way is up, right? When you've been to the bottom, the only way is up, right? So I am so motherfucking proud of you. Congratulations. And you should be proud of yourself too. Express gratitude so that you can bring in more blessings. Oh, it's hot. I'm hot. Somebody get hot. Stability. Somebody here is stable. or somebody's going to come into more stability, or this could be a factor of a person can make money in multiple ways and that could bring about jealousy too. You're welcome, spiritual. Thank you. It's our love. Like, share, comment, subscribe, okay? And turn your post notification bell button on so you can see when I go live, okay? So this what this could be too. Somebody could really resent how a person make money and that they got different venues of making money, or okay, all else fails and a person's attacking my finances in this way, I can go out and make money and somebody can cook their ass off. I can go out and make, or somebody sell plates. I could go out and make money this way because the notification that came up, what is that? Tools. Somebody could make like crafts with their hands, like um you know how in elementary you had the kids that used to make the bracelets, or somebody could make like bracelets, charms, shoe charms, shit like that. Take it how it resonate. Or somebody could craft together shoes naturally and then resell them. Take it how it resonate. But it's just a factor of, okay, if all else fails and the person is tacking this skill, or they don't really, this is not really going off the ground, I can make money in this venue and I can make money in this. I'm very talented. So don't ever think that I'm depending on one way to make money. If I'm trying to be a millionaire, billionaire, you think I'm depending on one revenue to make money? I understand that I need to have multiple incomes, not just one. How the fuck am I gonna be a billionaire when the one income I'm making ain't really, it's keeping me afloat? It's this type of energy. That's something that's gonna keep me afloat, or that's something I can invest back into my business. But I'm gonna have multiple incomes. And if I ain't got one, best believe I'm gonna figure that shit out. And somebody is resentful that a person is doing it based off of their natural skills. I got you, boo. I've already subscribed and like the live too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's what this is. How are you resentful of my protection? How are you resentful that I'm skillful? And instead of you investing so much into trying to diminish and tarnish my skills, why don't you tone into your skills and see what you're talented at? The hell? It's this type of energy. I got you, boo. Oh, I just read that. So this is somebody's justice, is to get stability through the skills that they've been putting out. It's a difference between a person that's skillful as fuck and you're not really using your skills or putting your stuff out there. You have no right to be resentful because you're not even putting yourself out there for your skills to be seen. And then it's another person that's skillful and they put themselves out there, but then they get the most critics, they get the most hate, they get the most resentful people because they don't have the courage to do what this person is doing. How the fuck are you mad at me because I'm choosing to put myself out there? Win, lose, draw, hate, love. I don't give a fuck what it is. Everybody ain't gonna like what I got going on. Some people is. But that is not gonna stop me from utilizing my natural skills that the divine gave me, or whatever I do as a passion. It's this type of energy. And then it's another thing to resent a person for their natural gifts, but try to mimic their natural gifts and ability. You can't mimic, you can't, there's not another me for a reason. We're different people for a reason. You can't mimic me and you can't wear me like I'm a fucking sweatsuit, or something could be significant. Somebody could wear a sweatsuit when they work out, or been thinking about getting one to help with their workout. Take out resonate. I'm picking up a fucking sweatsuit. Or somebody could go like the sauna at the gym and like try to sweat out toxins, sweat out to lose weight. Take it how it resonate. Or somebody can have a gym membership, or somebody's gym membership, a renewal is coming up, or a bill that somebody got to pay to for this gym membership. Something's about to repeat. Type a reoccurring bill. Somebody could be on a reoccurring payment with a gym membership. Take it how it resonate. But this is just really giving that somebody here is getting justice, because just because you hate my talent and hate my gifts, there's people out there that do love it. And just because you want to see me fail through my gifts, that don't mean that's what's in my path and in my destiny to happen. Come again, say what? Look at this card, y'all. This is the person teaching this person right here, right? This person's wearing a mask. This person's showing up as their authentic motherfucking self, because you can't copy authenticity. And when authenticity enters the room, fake gonna react. Or they gonna mimic. Now look at this. This person got a white little pencil skirt on. This person got a white pencil skirt on, but they try to cover it up a little bit and make it seem like they're not copying. This person now, I'm out with my chest. The fuck? I'm out here with the chest out. This person, like, I'm gonna put a little shirt with it, make it look good, but I don't really want to give off this vibe that I'm copying this person, but I'm copying them. You get what I'm saying? This person trying to teach them how to use, they do. Okay? Sagittarius energy. Because we got the okay. I'm trying to teach you how to use my weapon, and you trying to run off and be me and act like you the one out here teaching motherfuckers. Like it's just this energy. How can I explain it? Imagine trying to teach somebody something, or you uplifting somebody and you giving them quotes, and then they go in other rooms and they try to show up as you, but they don't even live like that. Or they go in other rooms and they bash you, but they try to show up as you. And realistically, the fear comes from if this person come over there and get their own perception or own exposure of you, it's going to expose that they're trying to show up as you, but they don't need you in the room. They need your reputation tarnished. They don't need you in the room showing up as yourself because they're too busy trying to show up as you. I got you, spiritual, makes common sense. That's what this energy is. Baby, you could never be me. And I would never want to be you. I would never want to walk your life. I love my life. And even the days I don't feel like I love my life, I know shit's going to get better. I know that one season does not mean that determines my whole life. It's this type of energy. And win, lose, draw, storm, heartache, pain, I'm still gonna show up in my own life. Perseverance, win, lose, draw, change. I'm still gonna show up in my own life. Or somebody collects change, they collect coins, or somebody could collect coins to trade it out for money. That could be of significance. Something ain't devastating nobody. I'm not shocked. I'm not hurt. I'm not none of that shit. Like I'm gonna preserve through this, or somebody preserve through the devastation, or just imagine going through so much betrayal in life when another person come in and they on that same type of time. That shit don't. It hurt if you were genuine, but it don't hit as hard as that first betrayal hit when you first encountered betrayal. That shit hit so hard because it's like, why the fuck would they do that to me? Da, 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 this and that. Yeah, that shit hurts. But after you go through something so much, you're like, "Ah, damn, you too." I guess that's what floats your boat. Do whatever make you happy. I gotta let you go though. Yeah, you could do that shit however you want to do that shit, but you can't do that shit here. Okay? It's this type of energy. So somebody here, you're too wise for this shit. You got your wisdom up. You learned your lessons from this shit. Somebody want to come into union with a person. Somebody's been growing, or somebody's been growing, and you're getting an exposure dropped on the people around them that really resented them and gave them proper advice, or just tried to walk a person down a path towards destruction versus growing them and uplifting them. And it's this type of energy. Or somebody really behind the scenes, like watching a person grow. Somebody could have seen somebody in a state of betrayal, a state of devastation, a state of building your skills, right? Damn, I'm hot as fuck. Somebody here, hot flashes or some shit. Like, it's like a wave of fucking heat. I don't know how to explain it. And it's motivating them to change because they see you change drastically from who you used to be. Could be that too. Triggered change in somebody else. Order and peace. Sideways. Creating. Somebody here just need to have more order in what they creating too. Like somebody's learning discipline. You're very fucking talented. You just need to have more order there. And it'll bring more peace or more boundaries with what you're working on. What flavor is that, babe? Good question. Peach Paradise. What's that song? It's the song. Damn, I can't think of it. Where's my remote? I think it's on the table. Mm-hmm. Choose the Paradise, y'all. Somebody walking in faith and got a lot of wisdom from walking in faith. Or imagine a person that walks in faith, they walk in light, And faith pulled them out of a dark place. Okay. Really, faith is what really saved a person. Like 444 on the clock and four viewers in the room. So there's quadruple fours or 444 protection. Heavy double confirmation for somebody's too fucking protected for the fuck shit. Okay. So imagine a person walking in faith, and even when darkness hit, shook they fucking world up, they still continue to walk in faith, right? That's why somebody's justice, because no matter what was going on around a person, they never let their faith fall or collapse. They like, you know what? Yeah, I may be going through some shit today, but I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep my faith. I've got Hawaiian breeze. Is it good though? Is it good? It sound good, but I be going into the store and some shit sound good, and then I get it and I be pissed because it's horrible. I'm like, damn, I should have just stuck with what I knew. Faith without works is dead. Yeah, it's this type of energy, and just because a person walked in faith, it's dropping exposure of the snakes around the person. Like divine is like, look, I appreciate you walking in faith, but before this betrayal becomes a really big fucking betrayal, I'm gonna drop exposure. I'm gonna hurt your feelings now versus hurting your feelings further down the line where that shit could be deadly. You get what I'm saying? Do you get my gist of where I'm going? So I'm gonna drop exposure and get all these snakes from around you so then I can pour into your life and genuinely bless you versus me blessing you with these snakes around you. So somebody here could be falling out with a lot of fucking people right now. And it's okay, let that shit happen. If it's meant to be, that shit'll come back into your life. But if I'm getting exposure that you a fucking snake and you resent me, oh yeah, don't let the door hit you with the something miss you. I can't remember the quote, but that's what it is. It's something, or somebody had an ancestor who said, "Don't let the door hit you with the." I can't remember, something missed you. I don't know. Somebody's going through a transformation and they're gonna do the right thing. They got to keep the faith, meaning keep on moving, keep on doing what you are doing and don't stop exactly. And can't shit shake your world up or shake your faith apart. Because I mean, if I only got faith when shit is going good, then I really never had faith. My faith was only based off of results and sight. But if I got faith and shit is still dark, and I know in the end, by faith, I'm a win. I got faith even with no sight of what's really going on. I got faith, and my faith so strong that it can show me the people that come in my life and they're just genuinely performing, and the people that's authentically being themselves and showing up real in these spaces. I don't need somebody that can perform. Be your authentic self. Win, lose, draw, mistake, or not. Be yourself. But don't try to cling on to everybody else's identity and then you turn around and now the fucking mask is being ripped back because that was never you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I knew that would be significant to somebody. I just couldn't remember the shit. I just got okay. So I love this for somebody. Like drop exposure. Drop exposure on these pussy ass holes. Or somebody can say pussy ass. Drop exposure on these pussy ass holes. Drop that exposure. Confirmation. Yeah, something's being shook up in somebody's world, but it's giving somebody a out. Or imagine like carrying a load. That resentment card could feel like taking somebody under your wing and they copy your emotion, copy you, and it could be like a raising somebody factor. And you complaining about not having an out, right? A spirit is giving somebody an out, but it's a matter if you take the out or not. Because don't complain about the shit and then you're constantly choosing people that resent you. But what I'm saying here is somebody dropping shit like a bad habit. You hear me? Got to some knowledge, especially on these young generations, meaning the now generation. Yeah, this is what this really is a factor of. Another one. Where is it at? All right. Snakes. Well, resentment. It's a snake because the now generation is lost with no clue. I think it's a mixed factor. Like you got some that's awakening and it come off as rebellious, but it's really I'm not taking that shit that my ancestors took. I'm not taking that shit my parents took. I see the dysfunction, so I'm not finna fake the funk. But then you got some that's like lost the stuff. Mm, damn. So the resentment could have came out in conversation with the person, type of energy. Like somebody was talking and talking and talking and told on themselves, type of energy. Or this could be chatter around town. What is it? Through the grapevine. Like somebody talking and talking to other people. And then by the time they get back to that other person, they see your true intentions because you never thought it would get back to that other person. It could be that too. Because the now generation, okay, I just read that. Somebody here puts on this front like they growing and transitioning and they making movement in life and they're so fucking lucky and joyful and prosperous, but really it's the opposite because it came up in reverse. So it's just this energy of a person genuinely telling on himself. Or, okay, imagine like confronting somebody about something and they get anxious, anxiety, and they talk and they talk and they talk and they tell on themselves without realizing they told on themselves because they're over explaining. Like, okay, I took criminal justice class, and one of the tactics that they do is during like investigation. Not okay, baby. I don't want you on the camera. During like investigation, what they'll do is they'll look at a person and if they're over explaining or like, how do I want to explain this? Because I notice, no, Absy, let me put this right here so my cat don't keep jumping back up here. I don't need him in the camera. I try to teach my children right from wrong because they are still young. Mine's are 14, 9, 7, and 4. Oh, you got a happy bunch over there. I love that for you. Yeah, all you can teach them is your wisdom that you learned, and for them to not, you can teach them to not repeat the same patterns. But I think it makes more of a bigger impact is if you teach them the wisdom and the healing work that you gained out of it. So then they know cautiously, like, you know, damn, how do I want to explain this? They look at how a person answers questions and study how they answer questions, right? So if a person is not naturally over explaining a question is asked or a reaction out of guilt, they could get anxious and tend to over explain, and that's how they know it's deception in that story. There we go. I'm trying to figure out how I was going to explain it, and look, Divine, thank you, it came to me still. Yeah, somebody here, obstacles and delays and deception and reverse stuff. Okay, what is it? My deck upside down. So somebody can see the deception in somebody's story. I see the cracks and flaws because how you would normally respond versus how you're showing up and responding now. You're not a person. Let's say a person is nonchalant and they keep shit discreet, and then they tend to start to over explain from an anxious state. It could be that. Or it could be chatter around town through the grapevine and they're over explaining to people around them, and the shit get back to the person that they're talking about. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, wisdom and knowledge. I love that for you. So that's what this could be a factor of. Drama and conflict. It could genuinely be a factor of somebody's going to be traveling soon or been really thinking about traveling. Or word travels fast. Even when you think people not listening or think people don't know, word still travels fast. Or it could be a factor of your guides, people that wasn't in the room. Even though you're not in the room, your guides still heard shit that you didn't hear. So then you're wondering why your guides are dropping people out your life, but it's conversations that didn't transpire behind the scenes that they heard. And they know if you would have heard that shit would have hurt your feelings. It would have really broke your heart. Type of energy. It could be a matter of that too, and somebody guys could have put somebody up on what was being said about them, and it could have came out in different ways. So take it how it genuinely resonate. Everybody is different, but I'm getting here like somebody is in this position of power, or your essence, your energy or war, it commands power. You put the work in to be where you're at in this position of power, whether it is like spiritual power, to how it resonate that part, true facts. Yeah, that's what this could genuinely be. Word travels fast. But somebody's a leader and strong. I fuck up. I'm I'm gonna make my mistake, yes, but I'm gonna make my mistake with my head up high and learn from that shit. That's what a true leader do. It's not about showing up with just power. Are you learning from your fucking mistakes, and what are you doing going forward? Are you holding yourself accountable? How you moving? Type of energy, right? And imagine being in a position of leadership and you got somebody trying to bring conflict to you, bring drama, bring tension. They consider themselves an opposition because of the position that you're in. This could genuinely be a fucking spiritual ranking. And somebody's testing their ego and their limits because ain't no way that bitch is more powerful than me. I put in all this fucking work. Or this could be a physical factor of power. And then the resentment starts to show because it's like, ugh, like you looking at me like an opposition. I'm looking at you like, shit, I'm just putting you onto some game. I'm just trying to teach you how to move out here. So you don't get your fucking head knocked off. It's this type of energy. Hmm. Obstacles. That's too many. Somebody's been researching on spirituality more and gaining a lot of truth. Somebody's been doing a lot of research. Somebody's gonna travel. Hi, Boo. My goodness. I missed you so much. Like I miss you. I miss all my collective because we got the Django in here, girl. The Django. I just thought of a fucking movie and it kind of tied into this. It's like a slavery movie. Fuck. I think it's called the Django. And he was in this position of power and he showed up in spaces and commanded power. His presence demanded fucking power. Like, and he ain't go for that shit. What the typical slave will go for, he like absolutely the fuck not. If anything, I'm gonna retaliate on you pussy assholes. Why do I keep saying that? 4, 5, 6, somebody's growing, but in steps. Miss you too. How have you been, girl? But in that movie, he created so much change by his power moves, right? But it's like, imagine putting in all this work to be in a position of power and realizing how much strength you had to have to get to that position. Like, motherfuckers don't see when you cry behind the scenes and when shit really hurting you and tugging at your fucking heart. Motherfuckers don't see that. You want power so bad, but with power comes pain. It comes sacrifices. It comes shit that you wouldn't even thought could fucking happen. It's this type of energy. But instead, you want to walk in my footsteps. You want the power that comes with walking in my footsteps, but you want to bypass the heartache and the pain and want to resent me because my strength. This could be a spiritual factor, though. Stability. Somebody here is going to get some type of stability. So take it how it resonate. I don't know who this will be for, but somebody's facing a lot of challenges, delays, and obstacles. But it's like this could be off the strength of having somebody around you that resents you, and divine is trying to uh, get this person out of your life, or the strength of, you know, how much strength I had to have through opposition and conflict and obstacles in my fucking life. Even though I thought that shit was gonna break me, I had to bend and adapt to that shit. Like a fucking Tupperware. Somebody could use Tupperware or somebody could meal prep. Like a fucking Tupperware. The Tupperware bends and adapts. It just set that bitch on there. That's the problem. Yeah, that's what this is. Somebody's not open for growth because they're too busy trying to be in a position of leadership and power that they're ignoring the growth and the wisdom of the person that's in that position they want to be in. Like everything ain't what it really seems. I don't know. Only the person that's going through this will know what this really means. Bees could be significant, butterflies, and somebody could be saying, like, look, it ain't really no change in this shit. Like it's a repeated loop, it's a repeated factor. You could take a heat when it comes to your luck. Snake, deception. We as people need to grow. Yeah, somebody is trying to, it's not really no factor of luck and joy in this shit for growth. But imagine trying to put somebody on to something, and then you hear through the grapevine them chattering and speaking down on you. Like, I'm telling you the real. Just like I tell anybody, when it comes to spirituality, that shit is not just crystals and sage. Fuck no. It comes with a lot of fucking heartache, a lot of awakenings, a lot of pain. It comes with a lot of fucking betrayal, and you got to see through it and listen to your intuition out of it. And you're being tested consistently. Like, yeah, you get blessed. Yeah, you get luck. But the shit you gotta go through to get there is a bitch. It's this type of energy, like somebody trying to give somebody like a heads up. Like, no, it's not really what it seems. About some girl, this energy. Hello, Malu, nice to meet you. Oh. Begin is innocent. Somebody want to go into some type of new beginnings because they're doing research and truth and education. Somebody here, when you're not educated, you're easier to fool. But the more educated you are, the harder you are to fool. It's this type of energy. Let me see how much I got, y'all. There we go. I'm gonna go grab my extension cord in a minute and just plug my phone up. But somebody here is just realizing like it confirmation, whatever this is, it could be a factor of somebody lying in or just realizing that you come across so many deceptive people with whatever this is. Everybody ain't what it seems. Everybody can say, somebody can say they feel one way about you, and then you peep out the deception, listening to your intuition, confirmation again, the train. You peep out the deception. This motherfucker really don't fuck with you. They really don't like you. But I mean, of course, they're gonna tell you that. Yeah, I'll sell you a dream if you allow me to. Hell yeah. You realize that the people that you love dearest, I paint a game. I don't know what you mean by that. The people that be the most snakiest be the most deceptive. Like, yeah, you putting off on this image like you genuine and realistically. I see beyond the veil. I see your deception. It's this type of energy. It's not really no change here. Mm-mm. If anything, you're gonna be dancing with snakes. Keep dancing with the devil. He'll eventually follow you home. Somebody want to go towards somebody because travel, arrival, or something's gonna come in fast on arrival to somebody that brings somebody inspiration, hope, joy. They feel like somebody educated them in a way. Somebody want to go into some type of new beginnings, or somebody really bring out that inner child in a person. Like, imagine, you know how you see some kids, they be so fucking happy, but then when they get older, be like, you was such a happy kid. What happened? Somebody bring that happiness out of a person. Somebody heart, somebody need to get their heart checked. This shit keep coming up. Or somebody here, you could feel somebody's pain if this is like a counterpart. You could feel somebody when they in pain, your chest could get tight. It could get, it, think how it resonate. Yeah, some journey, adventure, travel. Somebody wants to travel to somebody, and it's like once somebody put their mind up and actually make the action to do something, it's gonna be fast. It's gonna happen really fast. Somebody bring out some type of innocence, or somebody look at somebody like they're so fucking innocent and playful. I love my collective, y'all. I love y'all so much. I really do. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I really want to pull tarot out for real. Somebody's been getting dreams. Or that's why somebody want to take action on something because of the dreams they having. Whole and so because of the dreams they have. Imagine like, okay, somebody's in a victim conscious and you need to grow up out of this shit. We are not victims. If anything, you're a survivor. You growing out of that shit, but victim never. I don't consider myself a victim, and I've been through some shit, but I don't sit around in victim mentality. Hell no, because it's how the fuck can I grow if I'm focused on me being a victim? Oh, poor me, why me? No. Damn, that shit happened. It's fucked up. How can I change it? You see the difference in tone? You be so sobbing victim mentality and why you and the bullshit that you don't see the growth or the light in it. Fuck a victim mentality for real. Or maybe somebody gets something from having a victim mentality, like um playing that guilt trip card, victim card, and they gain in some type of way so they continue to play it. You ever meet a person that you try, even if it's a similar situation you got yourself out of, right? They want to play victim in the situation. It's like, damn, I'm trying to tell you how I got up out this situation. But they like the attention they get from playing the victim, so they continue to play the victim and disregard the advice because it's something that they're benefiting from playing the victim. Like, it just reminds me of those people where you see them 45, 45 could be significant. Somebody could be 37, 45, 49. It just reminds me of those situations, right? Or somebody could be born on the fourth month. What is that? January, February, March, April. And somebody could be born in like June, July. But you see those situations where people go online and okay, a tragic situation happens, so they go online and then they asking for money, they setting up GoFundMe's, right? And people feel bad for them, but then once they get that taste of people supporting them and helping them, even though that's a fucked up situation, they start to co-create fucked up situations in their life, and it's like, damn, like, and people still keep feeding into it and pouring into their GoFundMe until it becomes a pattern, and it's like, damn, like, at this point you're just doing it for the finances, even if that shit is not happening in your life. It don't have to be about finances. It could be about something completely different. It could be about attention. It could be anything, but somebody like something that they get from having a victim mentality. And it's like, damn, I'm trying to help you better your situation. Damn, I'm trying to help you out of this shit. But you so focused on playing the victim, you don't see the bigger picture, or you don't want to see it because you're gaining from it. Take out resonate. But what I was gonna get into, right, is somebody, because when I look at this card and it's whole and soul, y'all see it? It's like somebody could feel like the dead is following them. Somebody could be really in tune with their ancestors, not saying death is following a person, okay? Or how I view it is like a hole in the soul, like a part of me died. Or somebody here, the more you tend to grow and grow and grow, yes, a part of that growth is going to feel like a part of you died because realistically, that's what a death and a rebirth is. A part of you got to die in order for a new version of you to be recreated. But I can't hold on to dead weight expecting new weight to come to the table. Fuck no. The dead weight's still going to be there. It's this type of energy. Or somebody just genuinely feel like, what is this? So that's how I view this card. Like, a part of somebody's soul died. A part of somebody died. And I am not that person I used to be. Fuck no. Self-love. Slanted. The more somebody love themselves, but it's like they not all the way in their self-love energy and self-love power. Like, yeah, I love myself, but do I love myself to choose myself over all else? Maybe not. Do I love myself enough to walk away from shit that's disturbing my peace or not good for my mental health? Maybe not. It's this type of energy. Family and tribe. Do I love myself to choose me over family? Maybe not. Do I love myself to stop sacrificing for family that's toxic to me, toxic for me, or does damage to me? Probably not. So it's like somebody love themselves, but it's closer to being reversed. Like somebody could just be getting on a self-love journey type of energy. Feel like something missing. Inner child, sexual desires. Somebody could be lustful, and or somebody's just healing. And the more a person healed, the more healing their sex becomes. So be careful who you give your sex to, especially if you're in your self-love energy and self-care energy, because then you wonder why you got fucking stalkers and people that from 5, 10 years back that won't leave you the fuck alone. They need a fix on your energy and your healing energy. Yeah. Or somebody could just have genuinely healing sex here. Take out resonate. Um, but this could be an inner child factor, an inner child wound, where it's like how a parent trained a person, the shit that a kid dealt with during childhood, the dysfunction, and then it manifests into adulthood and the shit that they deal with. You get what I'm saying? as to why somebody like, yeah, I love myself, but when it come to me or my people, I'm pick my people over myself. Somebody's mentality with my family when that's what's holding somebody back realistically. Let's see. Yeah, something is somebody okay. Somebody want to go towards like a soulmate. Home in reverse though. Or somebody could be with somebody and it don't feel like home no more. Like what the more you grow, right, and you try to make a relationship work or a family ship work, and the more you get acknowledgement of toxic shit, toxic trait, toxic people around you, the less homey it feels. The less you feel like you belong because you've outgrown the dysfunction. So I'm not gonna align with everybody in the room that's around me. No. And then it's like it's one thing to see abuse and keep allowing it, and another thing to be completely blind to it and then allow it, and then you start to see like, no, I'm cutting shit. It's this type of energy where, or somebody could have used somebody like a soulmate, probably built a home with them, wanted to build a home, but then the more you realize, like, damn, something's still missing. Imagine trying to build a home with a person, and back then you lacked self love. You didn't nurture yourself. So now that you're starting to nurture yourself, you want something that's going to pour into you and nurture you too. And then the options that you chose or the option you chose don't do no type of nurturing. They're still in survival mode. At some point, it's like, this don't feel like home. This is not a home feeling. This is not a peaceful feeling to me. I don't like how this feels. Or when you get a taste of peace, it's hard to go back to dysfunction. It's what genuinely could be too. It's very hard to go back to dysfunction, and it's very hard to feel like not feel like there's something missing because you got a taste of it. It's very hard to feel like that. Like, damn, like whatchamacallit used to do this, and I'm not getting that. Somebody is procrastinating, or somebody got a problem with procrastinating, and they're supposed to be going up. Dreams and soulmate, or somebody's procrastinating on a connection they really want to go into. Okay, and somebody going up, like a motherfucker. Attention, something, business, something's going up. Somebody could be in their 30s because it's heavy 30 energy, 36, 32, 33. 35, 33 is a city master number 314. Hi, Uncle Shaky. I love you so much. Somebody's getting dreams about a soulmate connection, a person, and they're procrastinating. Somebody got a wild side too. Somebody feel like somebody got a wild side. It's like somebody procrastinating, but somebody feel like, I want to do it. Yeah, I'm getting the confirmation to do it, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, maybe I'll do it next week. Maybe just maybe. Or somebody just got a problem with procrastination, and you're supposed to be one up in something. You're supposed to be way farther, but if you keep procrastinating, you're never gonna get the results of what you're looking for. Let me go grab my charger, y'all, because I got 3%. I got a charger my phone problem, apparently. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. This real quick. Is my phone still on? I hope it is. Not. Hmm. Look at Divine. Look at Divine. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna turn my camera off because I don't want my pictures to be exposed on the wall. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I have to put my phone on charger. Come on, Stan. Don't do me like that. Ah! Now I'm shorter. Okay, perfect. Okay. I forgot the download I just had while I was untangling the cord, but it'll come up if it's need be. Yeah. I've been leaning. That's gonna just have to do. Um, this text somebody collect a song Wild Side, or somebody got a really wild side sexually. Phoenix Rising, like I said, somebody's supposed to be alchemizing something, which is stopping them from really growing and alchemizing a dark. Say what you mean and mean what the fuck you say. I ain't no false promises, no false flagging over here. But what is this song? Who is that by Normani, and is that Cardi B? She ain't like a bunch. Must be down. Show me how you want it. Put me on my back, on my stomach. Oh, oh, if that's significant, then you know. But the reason why a person is not genuinely rising and coming into their blessings is because they need to alchemize some type of darkness that they've been going through, internalizing, but never really truly healed from. Like, yeah, you're getting these people out your life, but you're harboring the pain that came from said people. And the more pain you harbor, that shit gonna eventually. You gotta think, if you bleeding inside, you're gonna eventually bleed on a person that don't deserve to be bled on because you never went in to patch up the fucking wounds. Like a fucking period. If a person's on their period and they're bleeding, you're gonna bleed on anything if you don't take the precaution to not bleed on anything. If you don't take the precaution to put a pad or a tampon on, you're gonna bleed on things. You're gonna bleed on the bed, the couch, anything. It's that type of concept. Fame and what the fuck? Re-own influences. Somebody here supposed to be coming into some type of fame too. I didn't want to use this deck. I guess I use it. Thank you. Inner, yeah, it's sideways though. Like somebody got to really just do a lot of inner work, and the more inner work they'll do, the more they'll start to detox the things that's outside of them too. Because I mean, we can't control other people, but we can control our surroundings and what we choose and how we show up for people, right? And who we show up for, right? But it's just a factor of somebody really just need to do the work internally. I'm great about to eat my dinner for the day. You talking to my girlie over there. Somebody do have a problem with their job. It's like somebody's trying to keep a job, or somebody's job could be on edge right now. But it's like divine is kind of like, I don't know how this situation could really play out for a person, because what if it triggers, what if there's something that's holding a person back from their fullest potential? Do that make sense? Like, it reminded me when I used to serve at B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings. And no matter how much I showed up mature in those spaces, I naturally attracted people that was resentful. They hated, I came there, made my money, and went the fuck home. I wasn't involved in no gossip business. No, that's like fucking high school. And these people was half my fucking age and grown as hell, but they ran that bitch like it was high school, right? And no matter how much I tried to show up to that space and not internalize what was going on outside of me, it eventually seeped into my job. And I ended up losing my job, having somebody trying to fight me, and she was connected to the GM, best friends with the GM sister. So all odds was against me from the get-go, right? But I say that to say that shit crumbled for me to branch off into my reading aspect. It crumbled because I was really holding myself back, and I wouldn't have went on my self-love journey. A lot of shit wouldn't have played out the way it did had that not crumbled. So I don't really know how this could play out for a person, because what if that's distracting a person from doing their healing work? Or it could play out in a good way and the person keep it. Or what if this is what's stopping a person from really traveling? Thank you, babe. Type of energy. Let me see. Yeah, discernment in reverse. Dang, success in reverse. That's why I said, what if this is really stopping the person from reaching the honest, fullest potential? Protection from my greats. Yeah, I mean, it's like somebody got so comfortable. Endings and rebirth. Yeah, something's gonna end. Like somebody you fighting tooth and nail to keep a job, and this shit was meant to end. You're not meant to stay there forever. No, it was just a catalyst to your growth type of energy. Um, somebody's not listening to their intuition or discernment. It's like somebody's so caught up in salvaging everything that's around them and salvaging their job, shit like that, that it's really stopping a person from really pushing forward. So my answer is like, absolutely not. If this is what's keeping you tied into this bullshit, then we'd take it away. We'd take anything away that's stopping you from growing, listening to your intuition, that's stopping you from doing the work. We'd take that shit away. Yeah. General prosperity. And then it's like somebody here, it could also be a factor of getting underpaid. Like you make just enough to pay your bills, but you never really have enough to do anything you want to invest into your crafts, into your businesses. Somebody here, it could be a factor of that too. You're not really making ends meet with this shit. Like you're underpaid for how much work you bring to the table. Deliverance of prisoners. Yeah, somebody in jail and they deserve to be there. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry. Side note, or somebody around somebody could be in jail and your energy, checking how it resonate, and realistically, they did what they did. They did the shit. Or somebody could just feel like a prisoner in a job situation. Like, okay, you ever work a job and then you're like, oh, I gotta go in this bitch today. And whatever pays the bills. Like you miserable as fuck, but you keep doing it because you make just enough to pay your bills. But you dread that shit. You dread going in. You dread everything about that place. You dread it until you walk out them double doors, or somebody could walk through double doors or a single door. You dread it until you're walking out the fucking door, but then you realize, damn, I gotta go back in this bitch tomorrow. And it's a factor of not really doing what you love. Like my biggest thing is do what you love, so then you love to show up to it every single day versus doing what you hate and then you dread it and you mismanage it and you don't really handle it with care because you really don't want to do it or be there, you know? Take it how it resonate. What else going on? Everything is coming out in reverse. Fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's stopping somebody from really growing, transforming to who they need to be. It's got a lot of adversity around it, or this shit come with a lot of adversity. Like I was talking about beat ups. No matter how much I tried to show up mature in them spaces, people tried shit with me. And you know what? The more you try to grow, it seemed like the more adversity come up against you. When I first was coming into my healing stages and my growing stages, while coming out of my low vibrational season, and I'm trying to do better and I'm trying to show up to situations differently, that's when people tested me the most. Not when I was out there and ready to get busy with anybody. No, people ain't test me because my name held weight. But when I started to withdraw from the shit, and I'm like, yeah, nah, like I want more for myself. I want better for myself. People tested me, and it was like they were trying to pull me back into them spaces. But one thing I do know is I just told somebody this today or yesterday. If the devil is attacking you, you're doing something right. But if he not, you should be worried because you're doing exactly what he wants you to be doing. Do you get what I'm saying? But somebody here, like, protection prevents discovery of secret crimes and safe exile. Something could be coming out. I don't know. It's just somebody protection is wonky in the situation too. Like a spirit can only protect you so much, but if you keep choosing certain shit that's putting you in bad situations, they eventually gonna let some shit play out so you can learn a lesson. I learned that shit the hard way too. If I keep choosing shit and keep doing shit, and granted, I know I'm protected like a motherfucker, but if I put myself in a bad situation, I can't expect to be protected on the devil's playground. That shit's gonna eventually play out. I can only be protected. Spirit gonna save your ass only so long, and then they're like, ah, yeah, let him or her learn what the fuck they need to learn at this point because they're gonna keep choosing it. You're gonna keep running back to it. You're gonna keep choosing it. So at this point, now you gotta learn. I'm not gonna wipe you completely out. Hell no. But you finna learn something from this bitch. Because then you'll stop choosing it. You'll stop desiring it and running behind it like you're missing something. Amazon. Divine power guards against mental troubles. Somebody mental is being protected while they're going through this too. So they don't crash the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie. But when you go through so much shit at one time, some people can't take that shit. They be like, man, I'm finna crash the fuck out. Anybody could get it at this point. Cause life got me fucked up. It's somebody here is coming into their divine power, the hidden goddess that's within you. Somebody is playing a long run game on something. Or the spirit just giving somebody longevity to keep going forward. Protects against infirmities. What is this? Divine warrior. Somebody, you fight a lot of spiritual battles, or somebody's a warrior. Just keep coming out. Somebody is genuinely a warrior. Somebody's divine biggest soldier. Highest ranking. Confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. Somebody here, you bring peace to people's life, or you could shake some shit up in somebody's life. You did so much fucking work on yourself, went through so much fucking storms, where it's like how you treat me is how your life gonna go. You being sneaky, deceitful, whatever you want to do. What you got to know is that shit gonna catch up to you. Before I'm hurting, you gonna be hurting. Yeah, you laugh first, but guess who getting the last laugh now? It's this type of energy. So I could bring peace, or I could bring chaos. How you want it? How the fuck do you want it? Hmm? And I'm not doing nothing. It's off the strength of my ranking and my ancestors executing shit. What I believe in executing shit. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to lift a finger. I don't even need to be revengeful with you. No, absolutely not. My hands is clean. Or somebody's hands is clean. Or somebody need to minimize. Somebody need to wash their hands more. Somebody could be coming from outside, touching doorknobs and eating food. Um, touching shit and then eating food, and spirit is like wash your hands more. That's how people get sick. That's how, yeah, take out resonate. Pink eye, not pink eye, somebody could have got over pink eye. Or that's how like you get eye infections and shit like that. Or somebody needs to wash their kid hands more. Something could be significant. Your kids touch on everything, especially toddlers do. And then if they start touching their eye, they can get eye infections and shit like that. And they put their hands in their mouth a lot. Take out resonate. Um, Somebody here gonna get victory over a situation, or somebody's been fighting a spiritual battle recently. Could be overcoming spiritual warfare, and they're gonna win this battle, and they're gonna come out with peace. Or somebody mental ain't been right because of battles they've been in, and being a divine warrior. And divine's like, look, you're gonna win this battle and get peace from this situation. We're gonna bring peace to your mind, but you gotta choose the right things at some point. We're not meant to always stay in war. And granted, that don't mean people ain't gonna try to rage war with you. But you gonna match intent? What are we doing? Because whatever intent you match, that's the shit you gonna get back. You know. Thank you. Somebody's into politics, or somebody be politicking. Somebody's ambitious. Wins judgment and protects all those who seek the truth. Somebody brings truth into somebody's life. Somebody here, you be dropping truth shells. And once you get exposure to the truth, it's hard to unsee that shit. You can't act like you don't see the truth now. If you know, you know. When some truth get dropped on a motherfucker, and then you start to sit back and pay attention to what it's the seed that's planted first, and then you start to sit back and you really paying attention. You're like, oh, damn, I didn't see it that way at first, but now I'm starting to see it. It could be a matter of that where You could get a lot of combativeness, you could get a lot of shit when you drop in the truth, but then when a person actually look outside of their view and see what's going on around them, they're like, oh, that's what call it was right. It could be that type of energy, like, ooh, like, or you bump into people that are seeking the truth as is. They just don't have the resources or the tools to find it. Alchemy, heavy on somebody alchemizes a lot of dark and light. Somebody yin yang energy. They embody darkness and light, but they tame their darkness. They healed their darkness and they're still continuing to heal. TSA, somebody could be taking a plane soon. Heavy on travel essentials. Somebody could be packing a travel bag. Somebody's gonna be going through like a transformation, helps with spiritual progress. If somebody helps people grow spiritually, yeah, heavy on it. Rules, nature, events, and somebody can feel when like a event is coming or a storm or something like a tornado or some bullshit. Like somebody's really in tune with the weather type shit. Or somebody could just feel when something bad is about to happen. Breaks the cycle, lifts opposing barriers, and bring victory. You come into motherfuckers' world and shake shit up. I'm talking about toxic cycles. I'm talking about people under witchcraft, anything. You shake shit up. And it's just a matter of you triggering that awakening within another person, awakening the goddess within them so they can stop choosing these things and break the cycle. For one, I broke the cycles in my own life. Is worthy and capable of deserving of happiness and success, or somebody didn't feel like they deserve happiness, success, or was capable of it, and somebody you broke a cycle here. But it's the matter of this where somebody here is like, look, life may be beating you down, you may be facing opposing barriers, you may be facing a lot of bullshit, but just what you got to know is in order to stop playing the game, you got to get off the playground completely. In order to stop playing the game, you got to heal from the bullshit so it don't keep resurfacing, same demon, different body, same demon, different body, and it just keep repeating. Somebody here, you come into somebody's shit and you shake shit up completely. Like you don't know how much of a change you bring into people's life, betrayals and what is that, 10 of swords? That's like betrayals, that's defeat. You bump into people when they at their wits ends with life and at damn near at defeat. Like, you know what, like I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna just lay down because at this point I'm over it. I'm over the bullshit. You meet people in those seasons. So yes, you bring victory to a lot of shit. The people that was stuck in. You're a catalyst to a lot of people growth. They was stuck in this shit for a long time, and it was about time. Spirit was like, "I'm tired of this shit. Like you gonna keep repeating the same damn cycle, man. Like you just don't get it, huh? All right, send collective in. I know collective gonna bring truth to this situation, exposure, and they ain't gonna bite their tongue. And they may say it nice, they may not. But at the end of the day, send them in. Damn, man. I thought you was gonna get it on your own, but I guess you need the assistance. It's this type of energy. And once that exposure is dropped, it's very hard to unsee it. I'm telling you. You'd be like, ooh, you calculated than a motherfucker. Hmm. Calculated with your manipulation, calculated with your tactics. Hmm. And once you start to see somebody like that, it's very hard to unsee that shit. No matter how much you try to, once you put them rose gold glasses on, you can't take them bitches off. You can't unsee it. And then when you see it in that person, you see it in other people too. It's like, damn. All my life I've been being manipulated, huh? Damn. All my life I've been being used, huh? No wonder I picked a partner just like that. It's this type of energy. Somebody's realizing that seduction is their downfall. Or anytime a person is coming into good, the devil, this is the devil card. Somebody could have a particular seduction, a particular person, and that could be their downfall. So let's say a person is going into something anew. And then the devil sends seduction in, and that's the downfall. And or this could be multiple options. Take it how it resonates. Seduction is somebody's downfall. Whether that be seduction over a person, place, thing, item, or just having multiple. Okay? Somebody here do communicate with the dead. Somebody is a medium. Somebody teaches like people to tap into their higher power and also know about magic, know of magic, shit like that. Confounds and slanders. Somebody tried to slander somebody. Somebody who you be saving people from their enemies. That's why you constantly under spiritual warfare because when a person knows something is protecting them, and for the longest, let's say I'm somebody's seduction, right? And I got evil intent and I have to keep them in a seductive energy. If I know something comes in and to protect that person or you're spiritually protected, so you naturally put that spiritual protection over my life, right? And then this same said person come back around, they're going to attack what's protecting you to get that out of your life so then you could fall back into the same patterns and same routes and shit like that. It's this type of energy. It is. It genuinely is. Okay. That's what it gives. Like somebody needs to get somebody in this seduction energy, in this downfall energy. So yeah, granted, you may be coming into a new, but then this particular expendable because it's this type of energy. I need to keep you where you was at. Because if you grow past that, we can't have that. Because then you're gonna start choosing different, doing different, benefiting different, moving different. And I can't benefit off your brokenness no more. It's this type of energy. Yeah. And somebody could have recently broke a cycle of seduction or broke a cycle of constantly running back to seduction. Check how it resonates. Like, bitch, damn, you trying to seduce me. You ain't even want me prior. But now you want me because I'm moving forward. Like, what a gift. And that's the thing with seduction. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples and remove negative energy. That's the thing, right? Divine blessing drives away evil spirits. Yeah, somebody here, the lover's card. Somebody, this could be a lover situation, and there was a lot of evil energy pertaining around this situation. And divine is like pushing away the evil energy. Or it could have been like a lover situation and seduction came in, and divine is pushing away. Divine is destructing this seduction and exposing seduction's true colors and true faces. So this can no longer halt a person going forward. I want to see what this seduction card is. Genuinely. Um, where's the card at? I guess I could use this. But that's what this could be. And bring happiness. Ooh, this is horrible work. Somebody brought somebody a lot of joy and pleasure, or somebody got a lot of joy out of a situation. And seduction was somebody's downfall. Once again, a curse. Damn. So then I say they're gonna attack the person that's protecting them and attack the person, the weaker person too. So yeah, if I know of somebody spiritually protecting you, I'm gonna attack them and you. But if you're spiritually weak, you gonna fall before the person that's spiritually protecting you, and you gonna turn on the person that's spiritually protecting you and run to the thing that's spiritually attacking you because you're spiritually weak. Confinement, yeah. Somebody here feels. Imagine running to a person that put a curse on you, right? And then you in this energy, or you always ending up in jail. It could be that energy, but it don't have to be that extreme. It could genuinely be where you feel captive, like, damn, why would I come back here and I know what this is? I feel like I'm tolerating the motherfucker. I don't feel free. I feel like all my moves is being docked. Why you docking me? Why you jocking me? Why you jocking me? Somebody could say that shit. Somebody want to make it promise to like some type of friend or something shit like that. Confirmation. Somebody got a confirmation to go towards some type of friend. Somebody's in love with their friend. Somebody feel like somebody's responsible and gives them a lot of assurance. Somebody want to marry a friend. Ooh. Why are you on my jock? That's what it is. Somebody could talk like that. Somebody could be from who the fuck talk like that? I think that's New York. Somebody's persevering through some type of commitment. Somebody gave some type of commitment to somebody that was controlling them with curses. Confirmation is key. Yes, it is. So somebody's in a commitment with somebody right now that was cursing their ass and they had their ass like a puppet master because you were spiritually weak. They feel like the only way to dominate this person was to curse them, control their moves with the curses. Or maybe somebody's not really. tameable and controllable. And they like, yes, I'll show you I can tame a motherfucker. I'm gonna show you how I tame a motherfucker. Dictatorship. It's like a power struggle in this situation, truthfully. Obstruction, binding. Somebody tried to bind them to them. Contract. Okay, so somebody's seduction was the person that was doing spells on them. And then they went off and got into some type of commitment with state seduction. That's been spell binding them. Mm-mm. Wop, 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 wop. Oh, somebody gonna be pissed. Or somebody pissed because somebody's daydreaming about somebody. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Or somebody be into space just thinking like life could be like this and somebody gonna be pissed, okay? Because at the end of the day, somebody's depressed. Somebody went into a situation where they bribed them temptation. This is somebody's temptation, somebody's downfall in this situation. Somebody ran back to some shit. They persuade them, bribe them, guilt trip them, whatever they had to do to keep this person holding on, and they did spells. They did that. Oh, they did that. Like somebody gonna be pissed when they find out somebody been putting a curse on them, and that's why they facing a lot of misfortune. Because one thing about magic, it comes with a price. You just never know what you're paying for. You never know what you're paying it forward with. Somebody pissed, depressed, paranoia. Somebody, my cat even hopped up like, cause I reacted. Somebody is. You see that? No, I don't see that. You good? No, no. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. It's the difference between having the gift to see your ancestors and then paranormal activity from playing in spells and that shit backfiring. It's a huge difference. But somebody here, I think what's really pissing the person off is, yeah, you got a person there, but that's not really where they want to be. It's where they're at. And your curses didn't necessarily stop this person from daydreaming about this person and loving this person. It just brought them there. And I saw a video of a spell backfire, right? And she was playing that spell work and she was love spelling this dude to her. And he was there, but she was like, his soul was gone. For real. Hey, you hearing me? She's like, it was like his soul was gone. Like he was a whole different person. He turned darker. It was how she explained it. I would have to find the video and reshare it to like my community, but I think I did a while ago. But she was talking about how he once showed up to the relationship. He wasn't showing up like that no more, you know. So if he was attentive and caring in the beginning, when she did that spell, it shattered that attentiveness and careness in the beginning, and it more so became cold and distant and disrespectful. It could be a factor of that, but it don't have to be, okay? But somebody just hate that. A motherfucker be they talking to them, they over there thinking about their future with somebody else, and they hate that shit. Like, yeah, I got you here, but I don't have you here because your heart is not here. Your heart is took. Somebody in my collective taking hearts. Sorry. So yeah, withdraw, third wheel. Come, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really the goat at this shit, okay? And if you don't know, now you know. Somebody went with a third wheel option that was playing the spells, and realistically, it's no trust there. Yeah, it's flirtatious, but this person considered themselves an enemy. Or somebody could be fucking somebody's friend. Justice. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you traded on the genuine one and you got what you was looking for. How the fuck you had clean rice and you went to go get the dirty rice and shot that shit tastes like dirt? Dirty rice is good though. Like, I'm talking about food wise, but it's not giving the good seasoning dirty rice. It's giving you went and picked that shit up off the ground and expected clean rice when you had clean rice in the fucking cabinet, or somebody tried to shelf the clean rice. You tried to put me on the shelf and thought that was better. Now you got what you thought. you was looking for, and you withdrawn in a situation. You're going through an awakening in a situation. You're rejecting the situation. Like, figure out what the fuck you want, because you rejected that person, went to that person, and now you're in a situation with that person, rejecting that person and withdrawn from that person. But it's because they was planning that shit. They was planning that shit, collective. Sorry. I'm in a good mood, okay? So yeah, somebody gonna be mad, unpleasant. Like, this is a fucked up situation, but this is somebody's temptation. And spirit had to let this person run back to this person, so then exposure that they was planning spells on their ass would drop. Exposure of how they feel about you will come out. Because I mean, imagine thinking that you got feelings. Well, not thinking, having feelings or love, genuine connection with somebody. And all it takes is a curse to pull you back here. And now you're there thinking about being here. Hmm? Stop falling for temptation. Because sometimes, in order for somebody's spell to manifest, they got to get you to lay down with them. People do sex magic. People do a lot of shit. Okay? A lot of shit. The level of desperation people do, you'll be so fucking shocked. But it's just a matter of factor of that. You let the devil creep in when you went to your seduction, your temptation. That's when you let the devil creep in on a foundation that brought you a lot of happiness. Some people are so greedy, they want more and more and more. If you're happy and content and got a lot of joy and peace here, why would you sabotage it for something that's behind you that you let go of for a fucking reason? At some point, I'll be like, why do I want to run back here? And I told myself I didn't want to go back here. I know what type of person you are. I know how you coming. Why? Something gotta give. And that was that spell on the motherfucker ass. About, do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'll be having odyssey. Bet you I got a call. Spirit dropping this shit out with a quickness. And then you wondering why you went back there. Where this person that's planning spells could be action prone and they hurting themselves a lot. And or somebody went back to some shit and they're constantly putting themselves in danger fucking with this. See, the thing is, it's deeper than the physical. Whatever they planning or they was doing, bad shit is manifesting in the people around them life, right? So this person could end up hurt. This person can end up in danger from fucking with this person, could end up injured. Caution. Or spirits like caution, don't go your ass down that path. They planning some dark shit and they're reaping the karma of what they were planning. And then here come Dinky number two going in like, yeah, let's do it. I'm so fucking with it. I'm gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off this bitch. And then guess what? They getting fucked up because you got caught in somebody else's karma. That shit wasn't even for you. You taking spiritual hits from a motherfucker that's spellbounding you. Imagine that. Ain't that crazy word, collective? Imagine you trying to ride the wheels out. You riding with a person. Somebody a ride or die type of energy. You riding with a person until the wheels fall off. And even if the wheels fall off, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna fix the tires. I know how to fix the fucking tires. We gonna ride this shit all the way to the sunset, right? And I'm willing to drop you no matter what I got going on, no matter who I'm with. I'm going to drop anything for you because you are my seduction, but I don't view you like that. It's deeper than that. When realistically, you planning spells, bitch. I'm dropping everything I got going on because you want to play in spells. You want to control my free will. Like somebody is somebody's puppet master. The people, somebody's controlling the fucking puppet. Anything else to buy? Damn, in reverse. They ain't learn this lesson. Live and learn came up in reverse. And that's why they not getting justice. That's why they prayers are not being heard because they not moving their fucking feet. That's why they're losing people, losing things. Somebody's going through a lot of fucking loss right now, and it's because they ran back to a motherfucker doing spells on them. Loss, bereavement, sorrow, damage. This could be a person that damages property and or they're taking a lot of emotional damage from this situation. This is a fucked up situation. Somebody tried to coach somebody out of a situation for them to run back to it. The hell? What the hell? What the hilly? What the heliante? Yeah, somebody protect somebody though. They protest. They don't feel like this person can do no wrong. That's why they're not learning the lesson because they're not changing their view. Somebody could do real estate or they could live together, investments. Somebody feel like they could build a lot of wealth somewhere, or they built a lot of wealth here at a period of time. But or that could be financial losses too. Somebody really trust somebody, somebody take care of somebody, parenthood. This could be like a child, mother, child, father situation. This could be a parent, your parents type of situation. Take out how it resonate. Somebody really trust somebody and feel like they're very compatible. Okay. They feel like they get a lot of support. This was a strategy move. Somebody felt like they were strategizing and this was actually they aid. Or one person could depend on the other parent more. And this was their strategy move because they wanted something that this person bring to the table or offer, like, or they feel like, look, if that goes away, then let's say a person supports their lifestyle or they financial support and they bring money to the table. Somebody's strategy move was to bring somebody back around and just use them and have them take care of them. It could be a factor of that. Where if you move on, they feel like the finances gonna move on with you. I don't know. This somebody's got some paranormal activity going on. Yikes. But yeah, somebody really takes up for somebody. Like you can't really tell them nothing wrong about this person. They can't do no wrong in this person's eyes. Their spell must be working, collective. Mm. Somebody feel like somebody be honest. Somebody could be facing getting sued. Somebody feel like somebody's very honest. Somebody's supportive. Yeah, they ain't lonely. What's this song? If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. They ain't lonely. They ain't going to bed lonely. Okay, I will let you know that. No. Or they avoid isolation a lot. They avoid, ooh, my heart hurts. Somebody's heart be like, they feel like when they're alone, they're disappointed a lot. Or like it's a lot to sit with their energy alone. So they avoid being alone. They always got somebody around. Or they go from relationship to relationship, take it how it resonate. Or this person's just always around in terms of loneliness. Third wheel. They always gonna play the back. And no matter how much this person try to move on, this person always gonna play the back as long as they allow them to. So I mean, it's just genuinely a factor of you gonna crumble anything you try to build because you keep running back to the thing that keep breaking you or is your temptation. So you're not really gonna build shit with anybody else because this person's gonna always play the back and you're allowing it. You're allowing them to. Apology. Somebody gonna come in and apologize. What is this apology card? Gonna confess some shit. Forgiveness. So this is this type of energy where, yeah, for wearing a mask with you. Somebody here wore a mask, or they lied about the situation and how deep it went, or no, we don't deal with each other, but we just co-parent. And realistically, they were still humping on this person. They knew this person still wanted them. They was entertaining it, playing both sides. Take it how the fuck it resonate. It could be a factor of that deception, lying, inconsistency. They were inconsistent with you because they was entertaining this shit, pretending. Why the fuck is you pretending? We too old to be playing dress up and pretending like we princesses and princes and shit. We're too old for that. Just be real. So somebody here, yeah, they guilty as fuck because they know what they did behind the scenes and they know how they moved. They know how they move behind your back. Yeah. And they thought they got away with some shit. Baby, intuition don't lie. That's what you gotta know. Don't play with somebody that got gifts now. My collective is gifted. Somebody's not being stubborn no more. Somebody don't feel like something's worthy anymore. So I mean, just go imagine going back to something that you felt was so fucking worthy. Get there and it's not worthy no more. Like you realize why you left to begin with. Why the fuck did I come back here and I realized why I left to begin with? I see you now, but somebody here, yeah, they would have put up a protest about this person. I'm not gonna lie. They take up for them a lot. And this person had this person's attention. They was lacking attention with you because this person had it. So this is a toxic situation. They're gonna preserve through this. Endurance. It came with a lot of challenges. Somebody got some good news. Or when they finally let this shit go, they're gonna start getting good news and good luck. But they gotta let some shit go. Cause something bring them a lot of bad juju spiritually, but it's because of what they're planning. You bringing me a lot of bad shit. Compromise. Somebody want to compromise. Reconciliation. They taking some things into consideration. Agreement. Somebody look, and there's two people here. Like they gotta come up with some type of agreement with this person, this third wheel. Like, look, respectfully, if I'm moving on, respect the person I'm with and respect the relationship I'm going into. But stop trying to find ways or find loopholes or moments of weaknesses to sneak in and creep in and fuck up what I'm trying to build. That's this type of energy where if they get into it with the person they're trying to build with, this person right there on the sideline, ready to bust that shit open. Like, oh yeah, that happened. Well, you can always come back home. I ain't gonna do you like that. You got some baby mother, baby fathers like that. And I'm only seeing that because this came out. It's a parenthood. This is somebody who somebody had a kid with or kids. But this person is always going to play back burner to this person's situation. But it's not the fact that they playing back burner. It's the fact that you allowing them to. And this person attacking you and whomever you want to deal with. And then you're giving them the keys to attack this person. And like realistically, right? How competition works is, okay, let's say one person got an abundant energy, they put in the work, they're putting the energy on the other person. You're giving this person energy away to this other person for them to attack them with their own damn energy is crazy work to me. How are you trying to attack me off my energy? Or we got compromises out. Yeah, somebody want to compromise. Somebody really want to make a vow. They feel like something's worth the risk, hope, worship, obedience. They're finally being obedient and taking the advice. Finally, it's finally seeping in because they realize when they with somebody in survival mode and they frustrated, they don't trust the person. And really, it's like an enemy in disguise. You could lay next to a person and they be your enemy in disguise, genuinely. Just because we had a kid don't mean you don't look at me like an enemy or opposition or have ill intentions for me. And you damn sure look at me like an enemy if you attacking me with witchcraft and shit. You should want me to be happy with or without you. And we should be able to do this co-parenting thing and be happy for each other. Whether that look like accomplishments, you found love. Yeah, we didn't work, but I'm so happy that you found love. You deserve to be loved properly. But a person that's possessive and a person that don't really care about your happiness to keep you in a position where you depressed as long as they happy. Confirmation. So that's really what it is. Somebody sees somebody depressed. Somebody sees somebody and visualizing another life, but they don't give a fuck. I got them here. Is this like a aha, bitch aha, bitch aha? Is this what this is? Like, bitch, I got him. Yeah, he said he was in love. Yeah, you thought she was moving on. Aha, bitch aha. What you thought you was finna build the house off another person's tears? Is that what you thought this was gonna be? I guess somebody here, yeah, like peace is 1 minute is peaceful, then the next minute this shit is erupting. 1 minute is easy, then the next minute is not, or that's how it start. That's how they hook them. They make it seem like it's easy going. They make it seem like it's peace. Like if you come back here, yeah, you sad. We can build that this and that. I think you get there and it's bullshit. It's the same bullshit that you put down back then. Somebody got a lot of headaches, stress. If somebody was just genuinely trying to help somebody in a bad situation, they ain't had no place to go. Feel like pressure. I'm not really getting no sleep fucking with you. Like, damn, bitch, you're stressful as fuck. You're stressing me the fuck out. Or somebody feel like in order to stay in somebody's life, they need to stress them out. Maybe if I keep you stressed, then I'll stay on your mind. But the person that's on this person's mind is out of sight and out of mind. I saw a video and she was talking about when you order something, right, from a restaurant like a salad, what she say? She said when you order a salad from the restaurant, and you specifically tell them, I don't like tomatoes on my salad, and they still put the tomatoes on your salad, you realize that they got the tomatoes on your salad. But if they put the tomatoes on the side, you're not really paying attention to what's on the side, you're paying attention to what's on the plate. Damn, I can't explain it how she explained it. She explained it so good, but I'm not her, so I don't try to be. I can't really remember the video because I seen it like years ago. But more of the story is she was saying sometimes the thing that got a person's attention is out of sight, out of mind, not the thing that's in sight. This is what this is a factor of. Whatever's in a person's sight ain't really got their attention. It's what's out of sight, out of mind. They got their attention. And the reason why somebody facing homelessness and nightmares and suffering and darkness and they're getting persecuted spiritually. That's the reason why somebody like say home situation ain't so stable. Like one minute they got a place and then the next minute they don't. That's why they're facing shit like this is because of what they're doing spiritually. And you can shoot yourself in your own foot stepping into somebody else's storm. Now, granted, when it comes to, because I've been here with my child father and helping him out when he was in a bad situation. And it's like whatever karma he was facing, he brought that bullshit here. But because at the end of the day, we had a kid, and regardless, I don't want to see you in a fucked up position. That's how I viewed it back then. So if he needed the help, anything, I was there for him. But it got to the point where I kept helping and kept lending a hand, and you keep biting the hand that's feeding you and helping you. At some point, you force a person's hand for them not to help you anymore. Because at some point, it's like, I can't keep helping you and shooting myself in the foot, and you keep biting the hand that's helping you. It could be a factor of this. All right, let's start. I'm gonna close this shit out. Yeah, somebody's in a commitment with somebody, and they having a lot of nightmares. And the only reason they're having nightmares is because this person's planning that shit. They suffer in darkness, persecution. Like, damn, both people getting dragged. One getting dragged from being sneaky and deceptive and wearing a mask in a situation and really entertaining and intertwining energy with a third party. The other getting dragged for doing spells to begin with and attacking the connection divine tried to bring together. Both parties is getting persecuted and dragged spiritually right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's as cute as it seems because it's not. Both people is paying a penalty for their actions because accountability is the first step. Somebody's in a commitment with somebody that tried to bind, they binded them to some type of contract. So imagine getting out of a contract, or they never really got out this contract because, like I said, this person always plays side burner, side runner up. Second is the best. Then they flirtatious behind the scenes. Like this is wow. And imagine spirit pushing you out of a karmic contract for you to go right back into the same loop, and now you gotta sit in that shit. Now you need to sit in the loop you keep putting yourself in. Since you want this shit so bad, we're gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. And now you in that shit depressed, miserable, in darkness, suffering. And look how the spirits all around this person, like they in terror. Like fuck, like what the fuck did I pick? Victory and success. Somebody wanna come in and give somebody, or somebody manipulate somebody through gifts. I've seen this all too well where a person don't necessarily apologize or own up to what they do. They come in with a gift, come in bearing gifts. All gifts ain't genuine. And all gifts don't mean you well collaborating with somebody that was controlling them. Somebody saving a coin. Somebody ancestors actually, because I mean, at the end of the day, as long as this person could run between two people, they would have. And if they never got caught, they would still continue to do it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like they wouldn't. They would. Somebody want to collaborate with a friend. So spirit, like, look, you want this shit so bad. You keep running back to it. You keep sabotaging any blessing I put in upon your life for this person. Granted, we're gonna give you exactly what you want. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. and they got exactly what they was looking for and getting in a situation where it's paranormal activities, hella stress. Somebody could get migraines or like a lot of fucking headaches. Somebody's a headache to somebody. Somebody got what they was looking for. More of the story. You want it so fucking bad. You want to sabotage anything that come across your path. Sit in that shit. And now they sitting in that shit. And where you gonna run to? Now you finna sit in this shit and you finna see what you've been sabotaging everything for. And I think the biggest bombshell is gonna be the magic. Like, damn, you've been doing magic on me this whole fucking time. That's the biggest bombshell. Five of Wands. I cut the deck on Five of Wands, y'all. It's a lot of wand energy. Competition. Whoever this person was in competition with the person you was trying to build with. That's weird. Arguing. It's a lot of arguing, a lot of chaos. Personalities clashing. They into it all the time. A lot of misunderstandings, opposition, temper, lost opportunity. Somebody's realizing they lost the opportunity. Or they sitting in this shit and realizing that. And really, the person that won is the person that got away because who the fuck want to build with somebody that's going to always run back there? We walking on eggshells because we get in one argument, you going to run right back to who you co-created a kid with. Who the fuck want to be in a situation like that? I don't. Because no matter, you going to always run back. When shit get hard here, you going to run over there. When shit get hard. Lovers return, homecoming, party, celebration, wedding. Somebody could be going to a wedding soon, or somebody could be getting married. Somebody want to marry somebody, or somebody's want to return back to somebody because they sitting in some shit. But spirit is like, no, you gonna sit in this shit. You need to return with on your mind, heart, body, soul, spirit that you're not gonna return to this shit. You ain't finna keep betraying my baby and thinking you gonna go unseen and unnoticed doing this shit. Absolutely the fuck not. You want this shit so bad, tower moment, you finna sit in this shit and now the shit is crumbling. Shocking event, a reckoning, energy surge, bankruptcy, somebody losing a lot of money fucking with this person. Or if this person intent was to use somebody, they finances is starting to dry up. And then you really finna see somebody true colors. When the finances ain't hitting the same, genuine love gonna ride it through with you. A person that's using you gonna show their ass because they was only there for the finances, and then they looking for ways out because it's not the same. Immediate revelation. This is a part of somebody's revelation though. Sudden upheaval, wiped out. I was hearing spirit wiping out a bloodline. Well, not even a bloodline. This could be with karmic depth though. Destroyed, divorce, and chaos. Somebody could have been married. You got no business dating if you married. The fuck? All right. And if it's not married, somebody, it's just a living situation. You want to keep running back to this shit? Sit in it. Storm brewing. Something brewing behind the scenes. I'm not gonna lie. Returning from travel. Somebody here gonna come back from traveling somewhere, or somebody's been traveling and some shit is brewing. I risk being uncomfortable as I become a better version of myself. Yeah, something. Somebody's not really stable. Say slowly bad to worse. Something gonna go from. It's already bad right now. It's gonna jump from bad to worse. Like something delays, no progress. Oof. Ooh. Temperamental, not easily moved. Somebody strong will and demanding. My way or the highway. Yes, something is brewing between these two. So if they started arguments with you to look for a way out with you to go over there, they're arguing a lot. It's like somebody got karma back in a nutshell. Justice again. This is somebody's justice. I mean, somebody did somebody wrong behind the scenes. Somebody want to do what's right now because they're realizing everything, every action has a reaction and the cause and effect of their actions. And right now, they did the cause. They sitting in the effect. Fairness, legal matters. Somebody could have court problems, or this could be spiritual court. Consequences, life lessons, and truth. You want this shit so bad, you finna learn something from it. Mm-hmm. Somebody was afraid to step into something that was uncomfortable because it was unknown. They went back to what was comfortable, and now they're sitting in that shit and they're uncomfortable. They want to go into some type of new beginning, perfect balance, union of opposites. Somebody here looked at it like y'all was opposites, so they didn't feel like it was really worth investing. I'd rather go with somebody more on my speed, my vibration, my level. Patience, alchemy, balance. Yeah. Somebody here, you thought on your feet with the situation. Like maybe this could be a factor of mm, your spirits told you to move around. You moved around. You ain't asked no questions, and that was you quick witting somebody. Like you quick on your feet, quick thinking. You very fucking smart. Somebody here is very fucking smart. Hanged man, uncertainty, delay tactics. Somebody was realizing that this was their tactic to delay them, stall them, make them lose sight of focus. And somebody has you on hold, somebody brought them back around just to delay them and put them on hold. They intentionally did this shit for them to sabotage anything that make them happy. Somebody was resisting you. They made it seem like they wanted something, brought them back, and now they're resisting them. Somebody's going through karma. Star card. Somebody's very spiritual, very inspirational, purpose driven, renewal, healing, hope, calm, faith. Like somebody just wish granted empress. That's somebody's empress? Ooh, holy shit. 1 or 2 weeks shift of cautiousness. Damn. Somebody's self-employed too. Somebody's a mother. So somebody you could have a kid or could be pregnant. Um, very nurturing, fertile, very beautiful, very artistic beauty, very sensual. Damn. So somebody's genuine empress. Damn. What this is giving me is whoever somebody's divine counterpart or genuine empress is, they try to put you on hold and use tactics to like delay it. They constantly resisting you, stalling, losing focus of the bigger goal. They were uncertain about you. Yeah, they were. They were not sure about they really empress. Somebody mentality finna change and somebody gonna be making some type of final steps. Or if somebody travel towards their real empress, this shit gonna be brewing over here with this other person. And that situation gonna go from bad to worse. Like somebody gonna really show their ass if they choose to go this way. Like something's gonna really blow up, trouble ahead, resisting surrender. What is this? Damn, everything coming up in overly emotional, manipulative, moody, repressed, withdrawn, focused on inner feelings, and emotionally unavailable. Somebody showed up to the empress emotionally unavailable. They did. Very manipulative to this person. They were manipulating the situation because they knew what confirmation, they knew what they was doing. But they were trying to manipulate the situation as if it wasn't that. But somebody spiritual, like they seen it, they feel it, you know. There's not really much you can hide from a spiritual person because they gonna sense it, dream it, feel it, hear it. It's not really, I don't know. Or maybe somebody didn't really think somebody was as spiritual as they seem. Like somebody really didn't think somebody knew what they was talking about or what they was seeing, but they do. Mm. And then 1 minute they fucking with you, then the next minute they moody, and then they don't fuck with you, and then they repressing shit, and then withdrawing and running back here. Yeah. Oof. All right, can you give me my favorites? The moon card in reverse. Hi, Pooh. How have you been? Releasing fear and anxiety, hearing and trusting intuition. Something got unveiled. Like somebody Somebody tried to ignore their intuition when it came to a situation and give somebody the benefit of the doubt, but realistically, they feeling was right on the money. Like you knew exactly what you was talking about. Hmm. So they're listening to their intuition and trusting it most importantly, and they're releasing some type of fears, or somebody had a fear to go towards that person. It was an underlying fear here. And then it's like the truth become unveiled because the moon card can symbolize, good, what about you? I've been fine. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've seen you. The moon card can symbolize illusions. Somebody is seeing through all the illusions that was placed upon them. Manipulation magic is a person manipulating you, and you see it in the form of how they're manipulating or showing up, but realistically, your intuition is telling you something different. Yeah. Something's coming out in dreams, like something's no longer an illusion no more. Mm-mm. Somebody intuition is very much not blocked. I'm not, damn. Somebody's protective and hardworking, stubborn as hell. This Empress is stubborn too. Yeah, you're stubborn. You're patient. You're loyal. Slow moving, slow sailing, stubborn. Somebody who's connected to nature too. Somebody loves nature, but somebody's very responsible. Very responsible. Okay. Somebody has two options, two choices. Yeah, another one. Somebody got impeccable taste. Very heavy on the business oriented, got some type of business going on. Very prosperous, very organized, very nurturing. Somebody here got like nurturing qualities, or you're a really good mom. Detailed. Somebody pays attention to detail, so you could pay. Somebody can see when detail shifts in like a relationship factor, or they know they place something somewhere, and if it's not there, they pay attention to detail. So I notice your body language, your facial expressions. I notice the change in energy. I notice all that shit. Yeah. Somebody's classy. Very realistic though. Very current. Over here. Well, somebody felt like they was only reason they went back to the situation because they was looking at it from a factor of building a family legacy. Somebody could have bought a house together too. Estate, something could be significant about properties. They feel like it was their domestic duty to do this. It's like an entitlement, not entitlement, obligation type of factor. One, two, three. Somebody really felt like, look, I mean, I'm gonna take the good and the bad that come with you. I'm just trying to build my family legacy right here. Somebody feel like this was their lover. Damn. They feel like this is in alignment with them. Yes. Love, duality, choices. Somebody feel like this is their lover. And they went into union with whomever this past person is, or a parent. And now they on the brink of collapse. Responsibilities over the limit, overwhelmed, almost there, overloaded, done. I am fucking done. Like, damn. Why would I switch out of that for a baby? Woo! Woo! It's this type of idiot. Okay, over here. Or somebody's manipulative, like somebody cowardly, sneaky. Somebody shows up as one thing, but behind the scenes, they really live in false pretenses. They think they're getting away with shit. They sneaky. They betray you. They feel like they got away with some shit for a while. What it look like cursing this person? They feel like they've been getting away with something for a while. So that's why somebody view cheating, lying. Somebody could be cheating on somebody too. Wearing a mask, lying. They went to a person that was on their level, on their vibration, that was easier, but ultimately not what it seems. Everything that glitters isn't gold. And that grass wasn't so green on the other side because it's greener where you water it, and you went and watered some dead ass grass and expected results of growth. You know how I was watching this movie and they was talking about the soil was bad. Somebody spent like a lot on land I'm talking about millions. And the soil was so bad that they didn't realize that the investment they put into it, they couldn't grow anything because anything they tried to grow, it would be damaged. Anything they tried to build, the property value was very low because the soil was really bad. And somebody else did a risky investment and bought some soil that everybody overlooked, right? And he ended up being the richest man because he took that risk. And the soil was really good. And they found out that it was what is it, oil being made underground on that soil too. So everybody was like, damn, like they called him a whole bunch of shit because he chose the path least traveled versus the person that chose the path most traveled. And everybody was like, yeah, that's some good land, that, this, and that. Because right now, in the moment, the property value of that property is up. But when his shit started collapsing and he realized he made a really bad investment, he like, can I buy that land from you? It's this type of energy where you think that you invest in somewhere and you think something is your lover, but you betrayed your genuine, authentic lover. And you felt like it was a family legacy, but I mean, what type of legacy are you building if it's a lot of tension, if it's a lot of drama, if it's cheating and lying? What type of example are you really setting for your child? Because it's about the child. I mean, wouldn't you want to build a legacy with a person that's honest, that can plant positive seeds in your child versus your child growing up seeing toxic shit? But teach us on. Somebody was strategically doing shit to get away with something. About 6 months, they're gonna find their inner truth, or some shit gonna start to shake transformation. Somebody's very hard, but heavy on the stubborn. You stubborn as hell, Empress. That shit keeps showing his face. Unclear illusions, confusion, lacking focus, wishfulness, shiny object syndrome. Absy, get out my tissue. Absy, leave it alone. What are you doing, baby? You can't come up here just yet, but I'm almost done, okay? Yeah, I'm almost done. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, everything that glitters was gold, and it was only a money move. Somebody really did some shit out of strategy. It was a money move. Don't scratch my couch. You got a scratch and post for a reason. And somebody, yeah, somebody's thinking about somebody alive. Oh, y'all, it's the cards. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is bad. 2323. Left out in the cold. Rejection, turmoil, alienated. Harsh conditions, financial ruin, loss, change, breakup. Damn. Like somebody here, they shit crumbling. You had a contract to fulfill and you didn't fulfill your contract and expect to get good results from that shit? You had a divine contract to fulfill and went against it. You was uncertain, unsure because it was unfamiliar. And you took your ass back to something that was familiar. Now you're facing losses and changes and breaking up, and or somebody here, you left this person out in the cold for good. Ain't no running back here. Sit in that shit. And the conditions is harsh. Like it's a lot of illusions around the situation. A lot of confusion. Imagine walking the road and it's gloomy, it's foggy. You don't really know what to expect from a person because it's so foggy. Would you rather swim in clean water or foggy water? Not foggy water. Yeah, foggy. Something could be significant, or somebody could have passed by. This could be confirmation. Some body of water and it was fog when it was driving, and the water is foggy, so you can't even see the water. That could be significant to somebody. And you could barely see the trees, but you can make out that it's a tree. Or that murky water that's like dirty. It could be that energy too. You cheat, bitch. I'm a cheat too. That's this energy. But let me get advice, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, collective, because I've been on here very long enough. Very long enough. The messy situation turned really messy. Turned really bad. Confirmation. Damn. This shit turned bad collective. Somebody rethinking everything. Everything ain't what it seemed. Rethinking their whole life decisions and choices. But somebody's so stubborn. Give up control. What was that? Learning secrets. Charge ahead. Somebody, you're going to a lot of shit finna hit the ceiling and come out. Release your grip on the outcome. Embrace the present moment. Oops. Wisdom. How did these come up right? Damn, did I just shuffle these all types of wrong? I did. Oops. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. Oops, you think I'm in love. Then I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. She was taking gifts from him in the what is this song? Saving grace, forgive yourself and others, heal the wounds and set you free. Somebody just genuinely need to heal. That's why they keep entertaining this bullshit. Advice. Gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Anything else? Rise in flames. Let your passions guide you to fulfilling purpose meant for you. Yeah, somebody got flames and passion for something, and they need to release a lot of things that's halting them. All that passion going nowhere. And it's like the further apart or they are from somebody, the more passionate they become about somebody. Go on your own. Trust your intuition. Embrace individuality, paving your path with courage and authenticity. Walk in your truth. And you can't take everybody where you're going. And trust your intuition. Somebody was ignoring their intuition and went somewhere else intentionally. What the hell? What the heliante? Getting advice. Seek guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from wisdom offered by others. Somebody here needs to open their heart to. It's like this energy of stubbornness. Like you can get advice, but if I don't want to see it no other way, then I'm not gonna learn the lesson. I'm not gonna take the advice that I'm getting. If anything, I'm gonna go with what I want to do, and that could be your guides answering you through another person. Or is it because of who the messenger is? Protected, find solace in the safety of knowing you are sheltered and guided through life tempests towards tranquil and shore. Somebody's protected. Spark. All right. Release and renew. Embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path and turn the page. Embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the path to wisdom. Yeah. Somebody just keep repeating the same shit, and spirit is like, you need to turn the fucking page. Duality dance. I'm losing my voice. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Be and on the mend. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Confirmations, y'all. Confirmation. So somebody needs to release some shit. Stop repeating the same patterns. The scales is being balanced in this situation. Somebody keep repeating the same shit. They not learning the lesson, which is why spirit making them sit in this shit. Honestly, you get there, that's that spell though. You feel like you really want to be there, then you get there and realize why you don't want to be there, and realize why you left to begin with. Why the fuck did I? Why did I run back here? It's like a reality check when you realize. So somebody here, this could be within a few days. What does this one say? About 6 months, and then one was in a few weeks. So take it how it resonate. Everybody's on different timelines, but it's just a matter of somebody here was gonna constantly prioritize this person over anything that they build. And divine, like, okay, that's your top priority, and that's what you genuinely. How can you focus on building the family or lifestyle or marriage that you want when you're prioritizing what never worked? I'm not saying do a person wrong and you got to be toxic and going off on them, but you got to have boundaries with a person and prioritize what you're trying to build. You can't expect something to grow or build if you're not even planting seeds. And what you're planting seeds in is not what you're trying to build with. Like what? But you ran your ass back, and I hope you got what you was looking for. I genuinely hope this person got what they was looking for. Like I'm not saying that a person got to do they child's mom in and what was that card and do them wrong and desire to know the acquisition of wisdom. Somebody's getting a lot of wisdom. I'm not saying that a person gotta be toxic with the individual. No, because that shit don't make the coochie wet. Okay, you downplaying and that don't no. But you can't expect to build a home if you focus on a home that crumbled. Just like with family, you can't focus on the family you're trying to build if you so focused on the family that you came from. Because guess what? That shit could be toxic and you could be bringing them teachings into the family that you're trying to build where there will be no room for growth. Chats, yes. I already know what time it is. So, realistically, somebody got what they was looking for and you wanted it so bad. This is somebody's final push to finally turn this page. That's if they learn their lessons. Or they weren't learning their lesson and they kept repeating it and they thought that shit was a game, but now they in it and it ain't what it seemed. They juiced that shit up like a fucking somebody could drink juice boxes or gave their kid a juice box recently. They juiced that shit up to be something they really want. And now they realizing I was cool where I was at. I was cool with what I was doing. Why do I keep sabotaging adaptability back and forth? Prioritizing trying to juggle two people back and forth or going back and forth. That's a part of juggling quick decisions, financial adept. The final chapter. Somebody's realizing something's a dead end, something's breaking down, a foundation is breaking down from inside out. Breakup or divorce, backstabbing gonna happen, which is gonna push this person over the edge. Ruin, rock bottom, failure. Somebody's reaching rock bottom with this person. That's what you wanted. What can I say? I don't really got much to say besides 80/20, I guess. But this is what's gonna get somebody a push to finally leave some shit alone that should have been left alone a long ass time ago. All right, y'all. I love you, my spiritual gang left, and I'm gonna stay. And you know I'm about this bitch. Oh, let me pull one of these cards. Huh? Trying to block your new beginnings with magic. That shit felt. I'm telling you, somebody here did not want somebody to go into new beginnings with an emotional impact, with emotional intelligent empath that's coming in. Your blessings ain't stopping because this motherfucker betrayed you though. That's the part. Or somebody here was gonna have a lot of blessings that flew into their life if they would have chose that path. Blessings flowing like water, windfall of blessings, and coming two blessing cards. Somebody here, your blessings are not gonna stop because of this person doing this shit. Somebody could be acting like they pregnant. Well, yeah, you got me pregnant, that, this, and that. And realistically, no, they're not pregnant, or could they be claiming they pregnant? This could be something that plays out when a person try to walk away. No, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. And they already faked a pregnancy in the past, and or they're gonna fake like they had some type of miscarriage. That's a trauma bond, okay? What goes around comes around, and somebody's gonna be moving closer to you or whoever this other person is. When they just realize somebody full of shit, like you are full of shit. Damn. Mad you've awakened them. Your twin flame. This is your twin flame. They went through some type of awakening. And they're realizing shit, what goes around come around like a motherfucker. Self-love is attracting in more abundance, health, and wealth. Yeah, somebody here is I'm talking about Eden. Feels like they have nothing else to lose. Yeah, when this person walk away, they're gonna feel like they ain't got nothing else to lose and they really gonna start spiraling. Right now they feel like they got them in the palm of their hand, but when they really face reality for what it is, all that magic and shit gonna have a motherfucking head gone. Time is up, dark entities are collecting. All that magic and shit finna have a motherfucking head gone because They still collecting from them. Yeah, you got the person, but look at what you lose. Your intuition is scaring people. Awaken and call. These karmics. Yeah. Somebody here, your intuition scare people. You be knowing what the fuck going on. They trying to play in your fucking face. This person gonna pull every trick out the hat. What does that say? No matter how many practitioners they go to, they getting that ass top. Yeah, you got the person, but what you gain? Because you're still getting that ass top. Like I said, at the end of the day, right? Yeah, you got the person, but you're losing a lot of shit because of the magic you played in. And the last thing being taken away is this person. In terms of them walking away and seeing you for who you are, it's gonna make somebody spiral. Magic can turn a person fatally attracted to you. That's what this thing like a case of. But regardless, at the end of the day, somebody here stay blessed up, stay prayed up, stay cleansing, stay doing what you're supposed to do and fulfilling destiny. Other than that, what goes around comes around like a hula hoop. Karma is a bitch, but making sure that bitch is beautiful. Life on the edge. I'm dangling my feet. I tried to pay attention, but attention paid me. Haters can't see me. No bleed some shit. All right, so I'm finna get up out of here. I love you guys so much. What is that? She got into. I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter, she be getting into shit. All right, and I'm just now realizing that's on the ground. Oh, oh, hi, y'all, father. Oh, all right. I call all my energy and power back, and I return yours back to you. Wait a minute, what page is that? Now I'm finna go look. Okay, spiritual gang, love, no, stay no about this bitch. Mwah. I love you, girlie. I'm so happy that I got to see you today. I am. So yeah, somebody gonna do what's right, but they need this exposure dropped on their head. Off with your head. I love you guys. Ashe.